Welcome to Happy Foot, Sad Foot, the U.S. Open Cup of podcasts. I'm your host, Travis Hellwig.
And I'm your host, Darren Miller.
And we are
What
here
was that?
to discuss what is maybe the most important victory in LAFC history, where we went up to Monterey Bay, California, with a team of 10 literal virgins and a 40-year-old goalie. And we played a minor league soccer team that isn't bad. A lot of people were saying we were disrespecting them by bringing up this squad. And we played 120 minutes of soccer that went to penalty kicks, and we won. And I just want to say that the joy that I'm feeling is real right now, Darren.
I love U.S. Open Cup. I mean, it wasn't necessarily going to be this crazy because of how that all played out, but this tournament is so ridiculous. It's like a March Madness kind of thing where it's just like you don't know what's going to happen because it's sloppy. But I mean, the level of play wasn't bad. It was just who knows what the hell's going to happen. You wouldn't put it past anyone to do anything.
Yeah, I'm sort of eating crow right now. On Twitter all week, I was sort of being like, who cares about US Open Cup? We're in the finals of the Champions League. League's Cup is more important to me, like all this shit. And then watching that game the whole time, I was like, oh, I forgot why this is so fun. And it's because it's so deeply weird. Like we're watching a blurry Vaseline camera in a field that like has never been lit properly for television.
Right.
And by the end of it, I was like, if we don't win this game, I'm going to be devastated.
By the way, thank you so much to Monterey High School AV Club for putting on that podcast. I don't know what that was.
You did an incredible job.
You guys are learning a lot. You're getting some really great experience.
One note is maybe
you'll catch a few goals on the camera in time, I'm sure.
There was a moment where there was almost a goal and the camera panned the exact wrong way.
There was the like scrolling ads on the far side of the field. There was one ad that was white and the camera had to adjust every single time that ad came up.
I can't, honestly, I'll never talk shit about the US Open Cup again. Thank you everyone for being here so late at night. It's 10:30 at night.
Thanks, and the chat is awesome.
Is full of some beautiful, beautiful people. Sphinx Vids gets right into it. Ordaz is ready for the next level. Ordaz, I believe that's how you say his last name, that's my happy foot for this game. No, I will amend that. My biggest happy foot of the game was Jakupovic saving a penalty and then immediately roofing a fucking penalty kick. Like the most, like the ballsiest fucking penalty kick.
Like there's no question it could have ever possibly missed. No one ever goes over the goal in PKs.
It truly was just like when he lined up, I was like, I know that he will make it. He just seemed like an adult man playing with children.
Which is, incidentally, you know why he seemed that way? It might have seemed that way because it's exactly what was happening. I'm really happy he let all the kids stay up past their bedtime to keep playing this game.
Yeah, I was worried that he promised them that they would get to go to the aquarium if they won. And I was really worried they wouldn't get to go to the aquarium.
There's no way they're still open. There's no way. He's going to have to explain the whole thing. It's going to be rough.
Knock on the door. The beluga whale's there looking at you.
Can't knock on that door. That's like dangerous, you know? It's an aquarium.
Let's go through some more comments. Really a special one from Judders. Christopher Jamie, what a player. This is from Alan. Happy foot, the future looks bright. Sad foot, the ball that flew out of the stadium.
A few of them.
There was a moment for Monterey Bay in the first half where one player was one-on-one with the goalie, and he tried to kick it so hard instead of just tapping it in that it hit the crossbar. And it must have been one of the more humiliating moments of that man. I imagine this game was deeply humiliating for that group of adult men who had children come into their stadium and beat them.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
It's funny how this like started out. You look at the lineup and you're like, oh, they're just gonna like see if you like get these guys some experience. And then all of a sudden it turned into like kind of an asshole move as soon as they were winning.
Yeah, it felt. I mean, that was something that I thought was really beautiful about Ordaz. Not only did he play well, but he got into their head so much that they physically assaulted him twice in like a 10-minute period.
What a great character, and I love those players. I hate playing when we play against those players. He starts shit and he starts trouble and doesn't get in trouble. I
Sign him
love
to a DP contract. That kid is my
it.
favorite LA. I'm getting a jersey as soon as possible. Sad foot for the game for me is that we have the green jerseys for another year and a half, because on standard definition, when we're not watching on Apple, you cannot see those players when they're in those jerseys.
That was tough. When the camera was on the ball, you couldn't see it, and half the time it wasn't on the ball. That was like FS1 to what is it? MLS season pass to FS1 is FS1 to whatever
Yeah.
that was.
It was essentially listening to, and Adam Conover in our text chain pointed out that that game was also broadcast on local AM radio. And it's so funny to
Yes.
imagine someone sitting at home, because they probably got a better experience than we did watching on TV.
By the
People
way,
in
if
the
anyone can pull up that radio recording, Adam says that apparently it was insane at the end. We would love to hear it.
Dave Denholm, I love Dave Denholm. He's great. The chat is at the moment, because it's 10:30 at night, debating who has more big dick energy, Ordaz or Jakupovic.
Jakupovic made a late comeback in that battle.
Ooh.
We've actually got our first guest. Let's bring him on.
Hi, guys.
LAFC Luke.
LAFC Luke, you're not
Only
driving.
LAFC showed up in the preview here. I was hoping it was you. How are you? Welcome to the show. Welcome back.
Guys,
Thank
it's
you for
late.
joining us.
It's late.
I know.
Let's say not in the car.
Thank you for joining us from bed.
I am. I'm so tired. I am so tired. I just watched 3 hours of a grainy match being played by a bunch of teenagers in Monterey. What is wrong? What is wrong with me?
That is something I kept being like, there's something wrong in my, I have worms for brains, that this is how I'm spending my
Yeah.
Tuesday night.
This is
And
not
now
water
here
and it's
we
not
are
my first drink and
together.
it's a Tuesday
And they
night.
tied in the 89th minute. I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
was
be
crushed
here
by
a
that
while.
guy goal. Luke,
Oh,
any
something.
happy foots or sad foots for the game?
Well, I have a few sad feet for the Monterey fans. I gotta
Okay.
say that there are 3 sounds that are my least favorite non-human sounds at a soccer match. In order, the worst is the vuvuzela, the
Mhm.
next is air horn, and the next is a trumpet, especially a trumpet that is constantly off key and doing whatever the heck that was tonight. And they had the air horns and the trumpet, and I was so over it. And
Yeah.
the "Let's go Union." I mean, this isn't a baseball game, everyone. Please just, whatever.
That was rough. A
And they were
sellout crowd
doing
of 6,000.
and they yeah, 5,808, and they were doing the P chant. What is wrong with
Yeah.
you? What is wrong
Yeah.
with you?
It's crazy that that can happen in such a small state. It's like you could just
Yeah,
pick out the 4
yeah.
people who were doing it
Yes.
and kick them out.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was, like I
Which
heard, like, one soccer mom the whole time was, like, yelling at people, very specific complaints. It was sort of like, "Pick up your legs more," whatever, like, you could hear, like, on the feed, just she was very, very animated.
That was Chrysostomo's mom, actually.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
Michael
This is
Rodriguez in the
Chrysostomo.
chat says, "Sad foot, our LAFC kids have to go back to school in the morning."
No, they have to go play another game.
Yeah, there's a game
Play
tomorrow,
another
isn't there?
game. They don't get a break. They gotta play
Make
for
our
another 20
starters play.
hours.
Make our starters play in that
I
game.
mean,
Oh,
I
that'd be
turned to
fun.
my husband, I was like, "Babe, you wanna play tomorrow? Because they need people. They need people to play." My happy foot, I think you already talked about Nathan Ordaz. That kid can play,
Yeah.
and he's a shit stir. I love it. And
Yeah.
Jakup whatever,
Jakupovic.
Jakupovic, that dude with his PK, hello. He was like, "I got this, kids. Dad is in town. Dad's gonna close this one out." I mean, the dude's like 21 years older than most of those players.
It's funny to imagine what he was doing when all of them were born. Like, like he is older than me.
He was doing
And
this.
yeah,
He was already
he was
here.
playing professionally in Europe. Yeah.
we have Kellen joining us as well. Let's bring him on.
Kellen.
Kellen
going
Parker,
on,
welcome to
Kellen?
the show.
Hey, buddies.
Thank you for joining us. You're here with LAFC Luke. We
Kellen.
what was that?
Kellen,
from your
how are you
perspective?
feeling?
I'm fine. I mean, it's such a weird. You want a trophy, you want to keep playing, but I'm like very worried that we have way too many games in the schedule.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like
Well, we got a whole second team though. We're good.
Every game's getting rescheduled to the same time. We have so many games to play in July.
It is funny, like we are we put our second string to be like, let's just like we don't want to play more games in the US Open Cup. Let's just like have some fun. Don't worry about it. And then they won the most fun victory we've had all season.
There's definitely a possibility that they were trying to throw this game just because it's like I don't want to play this many games. And
I
then it's
don't
like,
think-
oops, we won.
We could have put like a Poku. We could put one winger into this game and won it easily.
Yeah. I thought Stipe Buke might go up just so he could get some more reps in.
Yeah. There's some people on the bench that like need some minutes, but I mean, hats off to the kids. Like,
Yeah.
you see big English teams do this all the time in the first couple rounds of the FA Cup, and you ride or die with your kids.
It was cool to see them. I think the moment where I was very happy for all of them was when they went down 2-1 and they fucking stuck in it and fought back and then controlled the rest of the game. Like they could have very easily folded and not cared about that game.
They had really heavy legs and then turned it on another notch in the second half of extra time. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, Maya came on and just fucking took over.
Did y'all see his last name on the starting 18 or the starting 11, the 18? I gotta go look this one up. It was like four names.
Really?
Maya first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a sentence.
All
It's
right.
like, how do we call this kid's name when he scores a goal? I mean,
Maya. And now we know it's Maya.
yes.
We have another guest. Should we bring
another
in?
guest?
So let's bring in a fifth guest for a 10:30 Zoom call with strangers. Let's
What
do
are we
it.
all doing?
Ivan, what's up?
Ivan the creator, welcome to the show. You're
What's
just
up,
as crazy as the rest of us now. It's cemented and recorded.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm happy to be here, and I think we got ourselves a game, and it was a fun game. I mean, it was like it's something that you didn't expect to see in the so late at night, and I had my pasta cooking. I couldn't even get to it till like the third hour. So I mean, I'm happy that we got the win, and I mean, happy for I think the fans. I saw so many 3252 fans and LAFC supporters there. I'm like, what's going on? Like this thing is growing like wildfire. But and then I would say the sad for is Crisostomo. He just looked kind of off, and to be something for our first team, I thought that he could have put a little bit more effort. But
Yeah, I didn't want to read too much into it. He did look off, but I'm like, yeah, you're right. He's looked better for us than he did tonight. It was strange. Darren, you haven't said any happy foots or sad foots. Do you have any?
I do. I have standard. I mean, the goals. I put Ordaz down as a happy foot before it was cool. I'll claim before it was obvious early in the second half. Yeah, sad foot was the broadcast.
Did anyone else lose the first goal? Like you didn't actually?
Yeah, cut out.
Yeah.
I thought it was just me. I thought it was my Wi-Fi, but did the whole feed go down?
Yeah,
I actually missed the first goal.
The second goal, the camera guy didn't pan fast enough.
Yep.
To be fair, they're only getting class credit. They're not. They're not getting paid for this.
This is a really useful internship.
AO says the game ball that was launched out of the stadium went into the ocean, and now otters are playing late night footy with it, which is a beautiful image.
That's nice. I love that.
I will say, I think I didn't see the stats at the end of the game, but in the regulation time, we had 30% possession and looked pretty dangerous. Like we whizzed a couple balls across the goal face and like didn't have anybody on the other end of it. But like for having such a low amount of possession, we had some great build-up.
I was surprised by that number when they showed it.
Yeah, do we call that like tough, like bad that we couldn't hold that much possession, or efficient?
I think the latter, right? Kellen, you're smart. You tell me.
I don't know. I mean, it's like that Champions League game earlier today. Like Madrid just gets pounded, and then they can hit you on the counter and score a goal.
Sorry, I didn't catch that one. I was busy preparing for children playing against Monterey Bay Union. I don't have time for things like the UCL.
Juan Vargas on Twitter said that we're playing our U15 team next.
Yeah.
I'm just so glad to see.
Send them in.
I'm just so glad
Send
to
them
see
in.
us overtake that beat LA stupid chant. I am so tired
Beat
of
LA.
that every Bay Area team. Get over it. We
Yeah.
won.
Yeah.
Wait, who do we play next? What's the draw? Like, what's the pot look like?
It was, I
it
think,
reset.
does it reset?
Yeah.
Because there was a chance we were going to play, was it the Galaxy?
Colorado.
Oh, it was Colorado. It was
Colorado.
Yeah. But
I think
there's a few
Seattle
more
Galaxy
tomorrow night that we might end up playing one of the winners of those.
Omar in the chat says his happy foot is LAFC beating another Union in penalties. We're 2-0 against the Union in penalties.
And Travis and the Union, the one that we beat the first time in penalties, lost in penalties tonight after a 3-3 draw in Minneapolis.
Just like
Do we know if they played their starters or if they did what we did or
they did?
Oh, rough.
Wow.
It's
That's
like,
rough.
Something's wrong with the Union this year. I mean, they came in and everyone was saying that they were the favorites this season, and they've just looked off. It feels like we broke their spirits.
I'll tell you what's
they
wrong with
saved
them.
Lex. They saved Lex for Champions League. Like, they didn't play anybody for Champions League and then bombed out, and now they're like 10th in the East. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Who cares about Philly?
Well, just very concerned.
No, I feel bad now. I feel bad for the grown adults that lost to 11-year-old boys today, and I feel bad for the Philadelphia Union.
Travis, you're making these
at that
guys younger and younger every time.
When the 11 six-month-old fetuses yet to be born beat Real Madrid today.
The 76ers are going to do it too.
Uh-oh.
Don't say
Darren.
That. Don't say that. You're getting me. I was just barely over how angry I was to be able to start watching this game.
I would say too, like our goalies. That's something. If you've been following this team for a long time, we never had a goalie that was like durable in like these types of games, and now we have. You can call it 3 goalies that are, high caliber, and that's a positive. I think moving forward for like our next games too.
Although, what was Jakupovic doing on that one shot he blocked where he was like standing but sort of
I was just about to say that.
Like,
I think
pinged off his
ahead,
toe. It's very weird.
I think there was a point pretty late in the game where he turned on the version of Jakupovic that we are now talking about, and before that, it was like this 38-year-old is putting some real 38-year-old energy into the game.
I do wonder.
I don't want to bend over for that one.
I didn't want to put this on him, but I imagine there must be a part of him that is like, I gotta fucking go play in this game today with children. I used to play in Europe. Like I was in the Premier League. What am I doing with my life? Like I imagine the first part of that game, there must have been a part of him that didn't like being there. And then by the end of it, he realized this is the most important game of his life.
Look, there's a video out there of him celebrating after he blocked that last goal where he's running across the field with his arms in the air. Dude was in it. He was in it at the end.
I like Jakupovic. I really trust him. It was weird that he just kind of like forgot to bend over to save that ball.
There was also another goal that he, I don't know, maybe could have dove a little harder.
The second one where they shot it through 6 people?
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Did you all talk about that random vehicle that kept coming on the screen too? Like that was kind of someone just forgot their car there and just kind of went to the game. Like, oh, there's a game going on.
Wait, what?
On the corner, there was like 3 cars parked there. Like it just looked like
I gotta say,
I love US Open Cup so much.
Being an American soccer fan is so fun. It's just like we're just watching high school games constantly. Oh,
well, guys, I got an early morning, but this is
great to see you, Luke. Thanks for always calling in.
Now you know what I look like for the next time when I'm driving and I can't get my camera to work.
Yeah.
Don't try.
Yeah,
we're good. We're good.
We need plausible deniability when you're driving that we don't know you're driving.
All right, thank you so much.
We're
for joining
neglecting
us.
some
I'll take you off
comments.
now.
Nicholas Bauer says Ordaz is better than Holland. I agree. Stronger, faster, will have a better career. Oh, Omar pointed out that Wagner missed it again for Philly in their game, which is beautiful. Daniel J says the Writers Union is the only union we want to walk away with a dub. I'm on board with that. Jason Kenzira says an AARP member, I think talking about Jakupovic.
I think they said that his back line, so the announcers were saying that the back line, a few of the players were 2 years old when he debuted in professional soccer.
It is like now, like what's the youngest person that was out there? Were they 17?
Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
None of us know. Let's say they were 17. What was 17 years ago? 2004?
No, Deidre older
Tokyo
than that.
Drift.
I'm gonna do some math real quick.
That's what we should be thinking about: is which Fast and Furious movie do we pin each of these players to?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna figure this out. 2023 minus 17. Okay, 2006.
Okay, we've reached the segment on the show called "Can Travis Do Subtraction?"
I can't believe
What was
this. It was 2006. Darren, we had met by the time these kids were born.
Germany World Cup.
Germany World Cup. 2 years post Tokyo Drift.
Wow.
Spice Girls, Alex says in the chat.
That's when
Incredible.
Tokyo Drift came out on DVD, I think.
I mean, DVDs in general.
Ordaz is 19. All teenagers, 2 20-year-olds, and a 38-year-old, says Montravius.
No,
I love that we just
it was like the
won the
Olympic
first annual
roster.
father-son soccer game.
Sorry, what did you
What's
say,
that?
Kellen?
It feels like the Olympic rosters. I love the Olympics. It's always like it's like a U23 tournament, but you get one old man to bring with the kids.
It's just like a chaperone on a field trip. They took a
it's like-
bus.
it'll be like Wayne Rooney and then like a bunch of kids.
Goodbye, Ivan. Are you waving goodbye? Is that what you're saying?
We don't know.
Okay,
We've-
he's gone. Goodbye, Ivan.
I
Thank
think
you
he's
for
gone.
being
Goodbye.
in.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh,
That's so funny. The comment section, the
People
chat
are
is
going
popping
off.
off. I love it. This is great.
U.S.
Thank you
Open
guys all
Cup
for joining
10:30
us.
at night. Chat is a different beast.
We all have huge problems. with our
There's
lives.
someone who was on defense for us, and I don't know if it was blurry, but he looked like Brock Lesnar. Like that's how thick he was. He was just like the most. He wasn't fat. He was just fucking like thick. And I was like, I want to sign that guy. It gives me hope that I could play professional soccer one day.
There was also a dude with tube socks and no shin guards, from what I could tell.
I can't believe you saw that
Yeah, what was that?
definition. I couldn't see that clearly.
Yeah, how'd you make
Socks were
that?
like his socks were like bunched up, like they were like lower than his shin guard should have been.
Well, he's got class after this.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
left them in his locker.
One final sad foot I have to my notes, because all of my notes were like, I don't know these people's names, is that it's sad that Maldonado scored against us because he is a player for our team. And I
That's
don't
so-
like that Maldonado scored
An
against us.
imposter
Wait, did we clock if
Maldonado.
he celebrated or not?
I didn't see, but I hope not. He's a legend for us. So
Changing the subject, Kevin Cabral celebrating in front of Angel City Brigade over the weekend brings joy to my heart.
oof, man. You were saying in our text that they're going to fire Klein and Vanny this week. Is that true?
I mean, per Twitter.
Oof. And that will make Angel City Brigade seem like the dumbest fucking people on the planet. For those who aren't following the boycott that we've talked about in the Galaxy game, one group, the Angel City Brigade, the people who hang out in the Victoria block and wave flags and say LA Galaxy, decided to break the boycott after potentially the front office paid off their debt to the US government. And now, having humiliated themselves by breaking the solidarity with other fans, it might not matter anymore. They could have just waited 2 weeks and they wouldn't have looked like fucking geeks and cowards in front of the other fans. I can't
Or
believe
them breaking is what got them to get what they want. They're just playing
4D chess.
five-dimensional chess.
now you're thinking like a deadline commenter talking about the WGA strike.
Yeah. You know what it could be? Oh man. there's some. I want to get to some comments. I feel like we're missing.
Yeah. Oh, Ivan
bunch.
says
Oh.
he had fun. Had to log off to remove his dinner. He did say he struggled with his pasta for 3 hours, so I'm happy he got to eat his pasta.
Mikey Gutierrez says, "Happy foot LAFC 2 get their first win. Sad foot, it technically doesn't count as an official LAFC 2 win."
Oh yeah, aren't they at the bottom of the table right now? Why are they able to win this game?
I don't
It
know.
doesn't matter. It's all development.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, Las Vegas lights are always fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I'm getting through these comments. Keep them coming.
I'm trying to read. I feel like we've missed a whole
Jacob Contreras. Oh, what would you rather have, Ordaz's confidence or hair?
A lot of Klein-in comments when we talk about the Galaxy. Also, Ivan, I feel like felt bad that he had to leave. Anytime, like, we're very happy with people coming on for 2 seconds and then leaving. You don't have to stay on the way that some guests do.
Yeah, it's just weird to
very,
immediately kick people off too. So
we've always feel weird kicking people off when they want to hang out, but you do not need to stay on just because we haven't kicked you off. Noah Dallenmeyer is
possibly
7 feet tall, according to Daniel J. I can't believe they have to play tomorrow. I guess they are children. They'll be fine.
Oh, they're fine.
My feet hurt so bad after walking across a gate for 5 days straight. It's like I'm an old man.
I mean, you are compared to these kids.
BME says Sadfoot Messi accepting €1 billion of blood money to play in Saudi Arabia this year, not the MLS. We don't know that that's true yet. We don't know that it's true. But
I thought that even if it is true, I thought it was just the offer and not that he accepted it.
Yes, but it's hard to imagine turning down $1 billion. But it is $1 billion in money given to you by people who chop up journalists and get away with it.
He has to have close to $1 billion already, though, right?
Yeah.
$1 billion isn't cool. You know what's cool? Turning down $1 billion.
That is cool. To take $400 to play in U.S. Open Cup with Inter Miami.
That's what's cool.
It is funny to imagine those big name players playing in these tournaments. Like imagining if Gareth Bale was on the team right now playing in Monterey Bay.
Oh my God.
K-Nut says, do child labor laws apply? Are we going to get in trouble if they play again tomorrow?
Unfortunately, child labor laws are bending toward this being just fine.
Yeah. In fact, we're gonna make them sew the shoes of the first team if they want to play.
Oh God.
And any more happy foots or sad foots in the chat? We're reaching our 30-minute limit and it's fucking late. I know we're all hanging out in bed together, but I got an early morning too.
LAFC Luke was taunting everybody just where we'd all like to be in bed.
Yeah, Ross brings up Messi already taking a bunch of money from Saudi Arabia. What's more, I don't fucking who knows, man. I would love for him to be here.
All the money goes back to Saudi Arabia if you're trying to hard
leaving. He's getting kicked out of Paris because he went on a vacation to Saudi Arabia to do a photo op.
Oh, he's supposed to be the good one. He's supposed to be the one we like.
Messi versus New Mexico United in USFC would be incredible to witness.
Is him rolling into New Mexico and losing in PKs somehow because Miami fucking blows.
Alexander Alvarado, athlete's foot, play the kids the whole rest of the way. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see how far they take us.
I mean, we're definitely going to do that next game because we're playing. The next game is right before the first Champions League game. These kids are playing the next U.S. Open Cup game.
What do we think of?
I will say Arsenal lost to Liverpool like U23s a couple of years ago in a cup game, and it was deeply embarrassing.
Yeah, I want that to happen. It would be fun if they beat like the Rapids or some shit. Like, because we felt like underdogs even though we were the MLS Cup champions.
MLS Next Pro is like USL is above Next Pro, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a division above.
Oh, interesting.
So
So the tier is. Once Next Pro came in, I was confused what the tiers are, but Next Pro is below USL. USL is 2.
Shout out to the Pittsburgh Riverhounds who beat the New England Revolution tonight. 1-0.
All right, let's wrap this up because I'm guessing what tiers different divisions are at 11 o'clock at night. This has been so fun. One of the best games I've ever watched of soccer.
Thanks for coming to the show, everybody. Real quick, we'll check in on Travis. Your bet was that we would be down 2-0 in this game. It was pretty fucking close.
I thought we might get there. Oh, hold on. We're
we
hearing Kellen. I'm going to mute Kellen as we wrap up. Thanks for being here, Kellen. I came close, and I really thought there was a world in which we would go down 2-0 when I saw the goal, or I saw our roster, but didn't hit it. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is like one of the most active chats we've had, and it is 11 o'clock at night on a Tuesday. So thanks for being here.
Thank you for joining us. This is really awesome. It's so fun. I mean, the only thing more fun than that game was being able to come in here and have a whole group of people just going crazy, because that game made us crazy. That was insane.
I take back everything I said about the US Open Cup this week. That's
This
so
is great.
fun. We should care about this more than the Champions League.
drinking liquor on a Tuesday night.
I love you all for being here. Thanks so much for always listening. We'll be back with an RSL preview pod in a day or two, I think. So if
Yeah,
you're
we're
listening to
recording
this on the podcast, you're going to hear a new podcast from us the following day. And then we have 2 games the following week. So we're going to have a lot of post games and a lot of previews coming up. We love you. We miss you. We'll see you. I don't know what's next. RSL's away. We'll see you on the live stream, baby. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.
Bye. I love you. See you. Bye. Goodbye. I love you.
I love you, Nathan Ordaz. I love you. No, that's bad. You can't say that. He's a child.
I love you platonically. I
Yeah.
love you like a son.
Don't let the bed bugs bite, Nathan Ordaz.
Sweet dreams.